Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio, so today we need to chat about Lechonk. So proud of myself for that one. You see, ladies and gentlemen, Pokemon are loving Lechonk at the moment, and look, when it comes to the trading card game, which is our focus here, I'm not going to be talking about this hat, which is awesome. And I'm not going to be talking about this pin, which is awesome. And I'm not going to be talking about this set of free pins, which is awesome. Incidentally, as a side note, which has nothing to do with you guys, but you need to know, I have found my next casting pin. If I'm lucky enough to cast any other events in the future, there is a 5-inch Wailord pin, which is ridiculously big. You had better believe if I'm lucky enough to cast another event in the near future, I will be rocking this Wailord pin, because oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Plus I love me some Wailord. But we're not worried about non-TCG Lechonk stuff. We are worried about TCG Lechonk stuff. And some other stuff. And we've actually got some cool stuff. There are two. There's a bunch of promos, we'll get to that in a minute. But before we get to that, there are two different playmats that have been released featuring Lechonk. How cool is that? Now, this one just features Lechonk chilling. He's lying down. He's eating some fruit. He's a little bit tired. He's having a snooze. But I think we can all agree this is the superior playmat because it's got a whole bunch of different Lechonk, and you can amuse yourself. Your opponent's taking a very long turn trying to decide what to do, but not long enough you need to call a judge. Try and spot the cool Lechonks. I mean, pay attention to what your opponent's doing, but also try and pick out your favorite Lechonk while you do so. This is a very cool mat. I have enough playmats, and I'm afraid I will be skipping this one, but make no mistake about it, this is a very, very cool playmat. There are actually two available. They're retailing for £20 each over on the UK site. Now, over on the US site, they are also available, and they are retailing for $25. All right, they're cool. I like Lechonk. Who doesn't like Lechonk? We can all argue about the evolution and whether that did it justice, but in terms of Lechonk, come on, ladies and gentlemen, this is awesome. So in terms of playmats, we've got you covered. But it's not just playmats, it's also promos. Now, this might get a tiny bit complicated, so bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I will try and go through this nice and easily. So, a little while ago, we learned, and it's too late for this one, incidentally, though I did tell you in plenty of time at the time. I told you that there was a pre-order promo going up for the Elite Trainer boxes over for Scarlet and Violet. And the deal was very simple. Pre-order an Elite Trainer box, get a Lechonk. Nice and simple, ladies and gentlemen. Nice and simple. Now, it actually turned out, no, it wasn't just Elite Trainer box, incidentally, it was any Scarlet and Violet product. It was also booster boxes, booster bundles. They were the other two. Because that was all that was up for pre-order at the time. I actually ordered the Koraidon and Miraidon boxes separately, so I got two Lechonks, which was really overly scary of me. You didn't need to order them separately. Doing them together, you got two Lechonks. Life was good, ladies and gentlemen. We all like Lechonk. And this was lovely Lechonk, nice and stamped, jobs are good. It is a Lechonk just from the set, number 155. However, it has the Pokemon Center stamp on it, and that makes it pretty gosh darned awesome. But the lovely folks over at the Pokemon Company have essentially decided, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, one Lechonk is not enough. A single Lechonk promo will not do. We need more Lechonk in our life. So you know what they've gone and done? They've gone and given us more Lechonk promos. And I do mean promos. That plural is not a mistake. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we have got confirmation that we have a Scarlet and Violet stamped Lechonk. Now, this is the lovely T0 artwork from the set. It is essentially the other set. The other Lechonk from the set. I say the other, there's actually 3 Lechonk in the set. All of them are getting stamped promos, and you have no idea how happy this makes me, ladies and gentlemen. It's fantastic. So this Lechonk, it's got the Scarlet and Violet set logo on, and it's basically being made available in a whole bunch of different places. Now, I need to give a shout out to lovely Primal Lugia over at Poké Guardian here for just making my life so easy figuring out exactly where these are being given out. So over in Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, and Hong Kong, you buy 2 booster packs of Scarlet and Violet, and you get given this. And this seems to be quite a wide distribution. Over in Ireland, it is being given out at Eason's or Smith's Toys if you spend $15 or more on Pokemon TCG products in store. And that is very, very important. It must be in store. In the UK, apparently it's coming to WH Smith's, Waterstones, and Toymaster. Also, Toys and Games of Worcester, which seems really specific. I'm struggling to find this at the moment, quite frankly, if I'm honest with you. It's not working, which makes me a little bit sad. I have a friend who works in Waterstones down the road from where I live, and they have not yet received these, but I've got my feelers out. I'm sure I'll be able to find one somewhere. Now, we've also seen it be confirmed for Australia and New Zealand in EB Games. In the Netherlands, out $15 or more on Pokemon TCG products online or in store. Netherlands and Belgium, it is in Game Mania if you spend €20 on Pokemon TCG products. In Germany, it's at participating stores. In France, it's in King's Jouet. In Italy, it is in GameStop, Games Academy, and a bunch of other places. It is wide, ladies and gentlemen. It is wide, which is kind of awesome. But this is not even the last Lechonk we need to talk about. There is also a GameStop Lechonk, but it's only coming to the US and Canada. Now, that makes sense, of course, because, you know, we don't have GameStop in other countries. So that kind of makes sense. I remain convinced that GameStop has the worst stamp. I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. The GameStop stamp is horrible. Absolutely horrible. I don't like it. I think I've made that pretty clear. Having said that, if there's anyone in the US and Canada that can hook me up one of these, I still want to collect all the stamped Lechonks. It's just going to be, you know, the worst of them. But even that is not the last Lechonk, because there is one last one that seems to be, and as always, if anybody finds it anywhere else, please, 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 please leave a comment down below, because I want to know, frankly. I want to know if I'm wrong about this. As it stands at the moment, I've only been able to find this Lechonk confirmed for Best Buy. That's it. And that's weird to me, because the T0 Lechonk is coming out, as I told you, basically everywhere. You've then got also the GameStop stamp on the T0 Lechonk, but then you've got the Whimsy Tackle Lechonk, the Mina Nakai artwork, which is still coming out as a stamped promo, but it's apparently only coming out in Best Buy. And I don't understand this, ladies and gentlemen. This makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Why do we have this one Lechonk, but only coming around in Best Buy? When we've already got a Lechonk coming out everywhere else, and then this one, you know, even the GameStop stamp is still the same Lechonk. And now we got this one only coming out in Best Buy. It's confusing, ladies and gentlemen. It's very, very confusing. So just to confirm, we've missed, if you've either got it or you haven't at this stage, but we've got Lechonk, the Kodama artwork, the 155 Lechonk, which came out as a Pokemon Center promo for pre-ordering from Scarlet and Violet. If you haven't picked that one up, you've missed the boat. We've got the T0 Lechonk, the 154, which is available in almost every store in the entire world, with a Scarlet and Violet stamp, or in GameStop with a GameStop stamp. And then you've got 156, the Mina Nakai artwork, which is again stamped with the Scarlet and Violet set logo, but is only available in Best Buy. I wish I had a better explanation for you. I also kind of wish we had Lechonk sleeves, because honestly at this stage it's just kind of weird. They've given us multiple playmats, 4 different promos, and yet we don't have any sleeves. That's weird, ladies and gentlemen. That's a little bit weird. But if you wanted a lot of Lechonk in your life, Pokemon are really pushing Lechonk at the moment. They've got a lot of love for Lechonk, and the Pokemon TCG is benefiting from this. 2 different playmats, 4 different promos, a whole video worth of Lechonk just to try and, you know, explain properly exactly what's going on. I kind of love that. It's a bit weird, but I kind of love it. But now it's over to you guys. Tell me how much you love Lechonk. Tell me if you're going to be picking up these promos, and if so, which one. Tell me which of the mats is your preference. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord and chat with us, all kinds of fun things. And even get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely Edgar Menares, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. So thank you very much for all the support and for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.